Okay, let's talk Berserk. Let me move in. Let me move in a little closer. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's talk Berserk. Uh, we get 3 episodes. 0, 1, 2. 0 is a flashback, which is them recapping what happened in the first season of 2016's Berserk and 2017's Berserk. Okay. Then we get the transition from that one to the Fury Village and Griffin, and that's in episode 1. Episode 0 was just a recap. So episode 1 of 2017, it starts off with Griffith and Zod flying through the sky, kids in a forest. They emphasize the kids in the forest looking at fairies like, oh, they're scary. And it was essentially the fairies being more or less in the forest and they're scared. So we get Griffin talking to Rickett, the little blonde boy. I think it's Rickett. So we get him talking. I'm gonna call him Richard. And Richard and Griffin are talking. Guts rushes out the door to find Griffith and Rickett talking, while Erica and Casca are playing in the bottom half. I'll say living room. Bottom half of the living room talking, and Guts is just thinking there. So he leaves out. He goes to the battlefield where the swords and mumbo jumbo are. And we get Guts having slight dialogue with Griffin, and then Zod appears where we get an epic battle. The grading was choppy, but it had beautiful affirmations. The way Griffin appeared was godly. Like, he had that God key, that God aura. It was Dragon Ball Z. Clean, white and silver with gold, all decked out, doing his finest. And we get find this cold. We getting Griffith in his new form body, and Zod, like I said earlier, Zod and Guts are fighting. Rickett, or Richard as I like to call him, is watching like, oh my god, like, oh, this is like the epic fight. Guts is really good with one hand. We get Guts' wound on the back of his neck, the giant Joestar symbol. Get down the back of his neck, pussing out blood. Just nasty, just pussing out, just spraying out heavy loads. And we get Zod going 1-on-1. Zod pulls a cheat trick and pulls a sword out the ground, and Richard, or Rickett, if you ever heard him call, watches as he fights. Guts kicks up a blade from the ground and stabs him in his chest, where it was just pretty awesome. And then he transforms into Baphomet Zod, and Baphomet Zod takes down Guts. And they have a cave rain meteorites. And Casca, now that she's arrived there, has seen Griffith and gets PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and she wants to cry and run, but she stays because Griffith has protected her from the rocks falling and crushing her. In part 3, we get Lady Furnace, Nesca, whatever. I'm gonna call her fine. Man, what's her name? Fernese, something close to that. So Lady Fernese, we get her backstory. She's always been fucked up in the head. I'm gonna put that out there. She's always been mentally unsound, to say. She's done things that are quite erratic and not very sociable. Like, she's always had a thing for pain. Like, when we see in the first season how she's acting with the whippings, her left hand man, right hand man, what we're gonna call him, Scorpios. Damn, I don't know his name. Scorpion. I was calling Scorpion. Scorpion has been taking abuse from her for years. She suffers from daddy issues and a mental break in her head. Like, she's a slight arsonist to boot. She burnt the money because her dad was like, "I'll buy you another one. I'll buy you 7 times more." And like, she's always been messed up in the head. When they go to parties, she only wants to dance with her bodyguard, which is Scorpion or Scorpeezy. And it's fitting for her to join the Holy Night Arts. Like you just see why. So I think it's like unofficial because it says 2, but I don't know. But we got 3 episodes. We got 3 episodes, and it all corresponds. And we also get the dog guts, putting the seed in his head like you should kill Katsuka, kill her. She doesn't belong. She's wasting your time and such and so forth. And Guts doesn't want to, but we get him in daylight just going at her. And we also get somebody forcing herself on Casca, 2 bandits. Like, oh, we don't have food, water, such and such. And they try to take advantage of her, and she slaughters them both. So she has retained the cognites of battle to the certain point where she can hold her own if need be. If a dire need be, she can hold her own. And Guts is losing himself, and that's pretty much it. So back at it again next week with a couple more reviews. I got a couple more reviews coming up this weekend. Like, comment, and subscribe. Help a brother out. Check out my channel. Check out my other videos. I just got a T Grizzly mixtape review up, so check that out. Like, comment, and subscribe.